Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Shodaje Balasha Algimachlahuk. What's up, my good people, my relatives? My name is Christian Parrish, Takes the Gun, aka Supaman. We're here in San Francisco having a good time, you know. We're about to do this event here for the youth, and we'd like to give a shout out to PowWows.com for coming over and just hanging out with us. We're just gonna create just something from out of nowhere. So is that cool? You
Yes.
got a
And
song? All right.
who's your helper over here?
This is my friend right here. I'll let her introduce herself. My sister.
Aurora Mamea, Blackfeet. I live out here in San Francisco, work at the Native American Health Center, and we're putting on this youth event tonight with Supaman, tonight and tomorrow night. Tonight here in SF at 474 Valencia, Oakland Intertribal Friendship House tomorrow night. Excited. The song I'm gonna sing with him tonight is composed by my niece, Kyrese Mountain Horse, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mountain Horse in Canada, and it goes out to missing and murdered Indigenous women.
All right. You guys ready to get into it?
Who?
Let's try it again. my daughter been bite. And the father of lights, I started to fight. Started with mics, ready to die like a martyr tonight. With my fist to the sky, saying water is life. And yo, it takes a legion of millions to hold us back. This is treaty land, we see these towns, and yo, we know the facts. Evil collapses and cowards of fear. The hours of this near. Hey.
Here and so we're on PowWows.com. We thank you guys for tuning in, and we're just gonna have a little interview for our time here. So if you got any questions you wanted to ask or what's going on in San Francisco, now's your chance. Hey, now's the time.
Hey, all right, everybody, what's up? This is Charlie with PowWows.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today's special guest is Christian Parrish. Parrish. He is coming to us from Montana. All right, so we got a really, really wonderful interview for you guys, and you guys are going to get to spend some time with Christian, also known as Supaman. So for those of you guys watching, if you guys have any questions, hey, all you have to do is submit them in the comment section, and he'll check them out. You know, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to ask a question. You can just say hi. Just say, I love you so much. I love your music. So you guys keep supporting our native artists, especially this guy. They're out there doing their thing. All right, so let's get to know him. All right. All right, so quick introduction just for the people who are tuning in, because we have more.
All right, what's up, PowWows.com? Showdaje, Balasha, I'll get my chila hook. Biashidik, and now about itchish. Hello, all my good relatives out there in internet land. My name is Christian Parrish, takes the gun, aka Superman. My Apsalogan name is Agemachala, which means good fortune on Mother Earth. And my clan is the Ashichida, the Big Louch clan. So I'm from the Apsalogan Nation, Crow Country up in Montana. So it's good to be here on this interview, and we're just kind of playing around with some loops and hanging out before the performance tonight here in San Francisco, California.
So how did you get into music?
Getting into music, hip-hop music, just loving the culture of hip-hop itself, you know, like a lot of the rhythms, you know, and the whole vibe of hip-hop, you know, from the Sugar Hill, Rappers Delight days. We listened to that and just loved the b-boying, you know, breakdancing, and the whole culture of hip-hop was pretty awesome. So we're just kind of drawn to it also because of the voice it had, you know, and hip-hop had like a voice for the oppressed people, you know, such as ourselves as indigenous native people. And so it kind of gave us a voice, you know, like they were like speaking about us, you know, the inner cities and the ghettos were speaking about the res kind of, you know, so we were drawn to hip-hop culture. Yeah.
Okay. So I read in one of your updates that you almost got signed to a record label, but you let that go and decided to work with native people. So what happened?
Yeah, there was a couple of times, you know, we had offers, you know, of record deals or, you know, labels and stuff, it's flattering, you know, it's like, man, that's cool, like they actually, you know, because every artist's dream is to be signed, you know, and be on a record label and blow up or whatever, but those, after reading that, it was actually in prayer time, like in my own prayer time, like when we started doing music, we were like, yeah, we'll send it to these labels and, you know, get signed. But in my own personal prayer time, when I was driving from Denver to Crow, you know, back home, I started praying. It's like, Creator, you know, God, you know, tell me where to send it. You know, I'll send it to this place, or, you know, we'll work with these people. And the vibe that I got, you know, the answer that I got in my heart was, don't send it anywhere. You know, don't sign with anybody. You know, I'll be the label. I'll be your label. You know, I'll open the doors that nobody can shut. You know, and I'll help you out. And so that's what I got in my own personal prayer time. And so ever since then, that was a long time ago, I've never signed with a label. You know, I never signed. You know, like I said, we had these offers on the table, and I always go back to that remembrance of that answered prayer. And I was like, nah, you know, he's been opening the doors, you know, ever since. So we don't need a label, you know. So.
What are some of the challenges of being an independent artist?
the challenges of being an independent artist is you do everything, you're juggling everything. So I'm producer, I'm engineer, I'm studio owner, graphic designer for the visuals, and the artist, and the booking agent, and the publicist. You do all these stuff at the same time. I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I got kids and a wife, and I'm a family man. So there's that adds to it. So the obstacle is not having enough time, during the day. Like, man, just time runs out to try to do. So you got to learn to balance. You got to learn to balance, the music and family life as well.
All right. What are some of the highlights of some of the work you've done?
Oh, some of the highlights are the results, like the work that we do as artists, the results of what your music does to people, like it has power, it has tangible power that goes forth. Like the feeling that I have when I create a song, in that moment, it's on that song now, so it goes from the pen, the paper, and goes onto the music. And then when people listen to it, that same feeling, carries over into the soul, of the listener. And so there have been times when people have emailed me and they said, you know what, I just wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank you for being an artist and making music, because today I was sitting in my truck. And had all these things going on in life, and I had this gun, here, and I was ready to end it all, take my own life. And I wanted to go check my Facebook one last time, and just maybe say a final message. And somebody had shared your video, on my wall. And I pressed play, and I listened to your music, sitting there. And the more I listened to what you were saying, the more this peace came over me, this power and this feeling of I wanted to live now, I felt like living and facing life, after listening to your song. So I wanted to thank you for saving my life, So I'll hear a story like that, and that'll be, bam, that's the result. That's the benefits and the goodness that comes from being an artist. You hear stories like that, like on the regular, like all the time. You hear like what your music has done for people. Like we create, we do our best as artists, but we never know